I want to just start this interaction with a gentleman with a very interesting item on the top of his head. Thank you for joining us on the World Cup band. Just tell us, I've seen this in the World Cup and some of the fans wearing it. What are you wearing? What is that?
That is a sport where Croatia is also one of the best.
Yes.
We call it water polo.
Yes.
And you use it because you know it's probably very difficult to see swimming when the guys are in the swimming pool. So to distinguish the players,
yes,
this is the Croatian hat.
Okay. So
it's water polo.
It's very symbolic for your country.
Yes.
Okay. Okay. For the gentleman next to you, looking at this year's World Cup, I'm sure you watched 1998. The 1998 World Cup that was happening in France, and there was a star player who really helped Croatia during that time to advance and actually even finish third at that year's World Cup. Davos, is it pronounced correctly?
Davos Shuka, yeah.
Davos Shuka.
Yes.
Can you draw parallels between Davos Shuka and Luka Modric?
These are two different players. Shuka was a typical offensive player, the typical number 9, as we call it in football, whereby Luka Modric is really, as your colleagues and the friends from the team said, a true magician of the ball. He organizes his brain of the team, and he knows where to shoot the ball and organize even the attack and somehow also the defense. So these are two wonderful players that we are all proud of. In '98 it was Shuker and the entire team, and this time it's Modric and another generation. We were so proud for all these 20 years for this first team, but we are very happy that this generation, which is a lifetime achievement for all of us,
yes,
has surpassed even the best of the best, which we thought were already in 1998 the case.
Yes. So it's interesting how the coach has said that, yes, that's what happened in 1998, but we should forget what happened in 1998. This is our time. This is Croatia's time. Looking at the past few games, there's something that Croatia has. The last 2 games, it's gone. I think it's the team that has played the most football so far in the tournament, because in the last 2 games, almost more than 100 minutes they've played. What do you think is pushing Valtreni onwards?
So, first of all, we don't say, let's forget 98, yeah? Even the whole team of 98, together with their coach, is invited by Croatian National Federation to final match in Moscow, yeah?
Yes.
We are very proud of them, as much as we're proud on new 5 guys who will play on Sunday, yeah? Our coach is very calm man, yeah? Very humble, and he is the guy who really can calm the team, because the fact that actually in last knockout 3 matches we were losing 3 times, and at the end we were won, it shows some character of the team. So there are guys who played in and won 89 cups. I mean, majority of them in the final of Euro Cup, yeah? Croatians were 4 of them, yeah?
Yes.
So all these guys are now in Russia. They have experience, they will not miss penalty, and I believe that this could be crucial. Actually, this helped us a lot against England, yeah? England had wonderful team, very young, and probably next World Cup for them will be very good chance for them, like this one is hopefully for us. Yeah?
Okay. Yes. Let's now interact with the ladies. When you walked into the studio, you were singing a song. What were you saying in that song? Just very energetic, very emotive.
Yes, exactly, as all Croatian people are.
Yes.
But first of all, I want to thank you for inviting us.
Yes, thank you as
well. So we are very proud, and we appreciate this chance to present our country like this and to talk about Croatia. The song, actually, we have many songs.
Yes.
First of all, Croatia is not Croatian name for our country.
Wow, okay.
So we say Hrvatska. Hrvatska, it's a little bit, exactly,
okay.
Hrvatska. Croatia is English name for our country.
Okay.
So other countries pronounce our country in a different way. So we were singing Viva Croatia means let Croatia lives.
Okay.
Let Croatia, long live Croatia. Exactly. Exactly. And what else? We were so excited that I actually forgot. What did we sing when we were entering? Please remind me.
Yeah, Živela Hrvatska.
Live long Croatia. That's
live long
basically
Croatia.
that. Yeah, yes.
You've been watching the World Cup from once it started. Your team has reached the final. When you beat England, I'm sure you're communicating with your family members and your friends back home in Zagreb. What are they telling you? How was it back home?
Oh my God, since first match, we were non-stop communicating, of course, but this, what happened after England, after match with England, I think the internet was down.
Yes.
We were receiving photos from every country, from every city in the country, We are from Zadar. My brother and me, we are from Zadar. We are all from different countries, but you know there are 3 players in our team: Modric, Luka Modric, Subasic, goalkeeper, and Vrsaljko. They are from our hometown, so we are so proud.
Have you met him? Have you met any of the players?
Actually, you know, there was a war in Croatia.
Yes.
And Luka, I will say about Luka. Luka was a refugee, so he came from the village to our town. And that was a difficult time. So Zadar is a small town. We are like 90,000 people, I think. So at that time, Luka was just a boy. He was not so famous. Later he left. Yes, he left. He became a big player. But even today, even nowadays, he comes back to Croatia with his family and spends his holidays in our hometown.
Okay.
So yes, we are very proud.
Okay. Yes. We'll interact with the other remaining Croatians in just a moment. Mike, you have some feedback?
I believe we've got some feedback. Let me just check what the wall has for us. Leo.
So as Mike prepares
Let's
for the
just
wall,
wait. When it comes alive, we shall be there.
let me talk to the gentleman here before we interact with the lady. Thank you so much for joining us on the World Cup ban. She's mentioned that for the entire month, this has been an interesting roller coaster, an emotional roller coaster. Which was your game of the World Cup so far for Croatia?
For Croatia?
Yes.
Well, I'll say the one with, of course, with England, because you know, once we beat them, I'm sure that we'll take the cup, right? Because yeah,
It gave us chance.
yes, of course, it gave us chance, and we were all waiting, right? So it's first time actually for Croatia that now we are in finals. So yeah, let's see. Let the better team win, right? But still, I know our guys, you know, we are playing with heart and we're playing as one. And whoever knows Croatian history that Nicolina was mentioning, I think they will find the proof there. Yeah.
So your game of the tournament so far is England. What about the game against Argentina? They were just clinical against that. They
Of course,
really blew away Albiceleste.
Yes, of course, it was very important. And yeah, that's how we started with them. Yeah, it opened for us, yeah, to come to finals.
Perfect. The game against Russia. It's very difficult to be such a small country and beating a country as big as Russia at home. Beat them at home. I can't imagine how it felt for the players. I know it was a game that went to extra time. And how did it feel for you beating Russia at home? That was not easy.
Hello, first of all. And again, thanks for inviting us. Yeah, I cannot say how it was for the players. I can speak in the name of Croatians watching the game. And we were actually at Marco's place.
Yes.
I was with my husband, and Dino was there, and Renata. Never mind. There was a big group, and frankly speaking, it was stressful. There is a Croatian lady that lives in Diani, Petka. Hi, Petka. She was writing on her Facebook page that she will send an invoice for heart pain to Croatian Football Association, for example.
Yes.
It was stressful for us because, as you said, they were playing at home. They're huge. And we were even making jokes that if we win, the Russia will cut oil supply to Croatia. So, you know, it was a tough one. And then going out of the 2 games with the extra time, with penalties, we said to ourselves, how much more can we endure? How much more resilience is there and the energy? And that was, you know, for us, in the dawn of the match with England, the biggest question. And England is big, and England is a huge name.
England is 14 times the size of Croatia.
14?
By the way.
Yes.
Okay. Okay. I just know that Kenya is 10 times.
Population-wise,
So what I was saying is that, and it's a homeland of soccer, or football.
Yes.
So it's a big respected country, and biggest question for us was, are we ready? And didn't look like that in the beginning, right? There was a bit of nervousness there, but I'm sure that during that halftime, the coach Zlatko Dalic, by the way, Zlatko comes from word zlato, which means gold in Croatian. Just a little omen there. I'm sure that in halftime he quoted them something very similar to the speech of the movie Any Given Sunday.
Yes.
Inch by inch. Will you die for your teammate? And there was this attitude of say no die in the team. So I'm like extremely proud.
Mike, you can just sense the sense of pride here.
The confidence,
pride.
You know, it translates from Moscow into a studio here, and I believe back at home in Croatia, because they are very confident.
Yes.
If you look at even all the vox pops that have been done, they've always been confident. It reminds me of 2010.
Yes.
2010, all the fans from Spain, they were really confident, and they were singing that song. I'll never forget it. Andre Iniesta, Ballon d'Oro. That's the only thing they were singing. That Iniesta is winning the Ballon d'Or, and they're going with the World Cup.
And it came to pass.
And it came to pass. Only that he didn't win the Ballon d'Or, of course, but it came to pass. That year, FIFA just did their own things, because Iniesta won Champions League, won the World Cup.
Yes.
They didn't give him the Ballon d'Or. And even this year, I'm waiting
Modric.
to see if Croatia win the World Cup and they don't give Luka Modric the Ballon d'Or, then itaeleweka. You have to tell us what criteria they use.
Yes.
I just want to go into the tweets, because hii ukuta ya roba leo imekataa. Eugene Atiele says, glued on my seat waiting for the show. The show is on, Eugene, don't worry about that. Jesse Ngunjiri says, I'm watching the greatest show about the finals. I'm standing with Croatia, hoping they make history. Requesting for the Croatian jersey, please. Jesse Ngunjiri, jina yako aishi na teach. That was the key word for winning the Croatian jersey. Aiko hapo, you are not there. Dennis Wambua Musyoki. Dennis Wambua says, on the playoffs, I believe in Belgium. Ukinipa the Belgium jersey, I'll appreciate. Okay, one Belgium jersey gone. And what I do is I remove it from here first, so that we do not give it out again. And then, who's next? Nyata Innocent says, watching from Mwala Machakos and rooting for our France brothers. Hapo katikati kukiwa na Pogbizo na Kante wakistep up hivo, nipewe jersey ya Ufaransa please. Nyata Innocent, you've won a jersey before. Wacha wengine wapate tafadhali. Then Francis Njuguna says, Croatia team is playing together, and that togetherness is what has made them where they are. Kindly give me the LG tone flow. Sawa? Tone flow ndio hii nimeitoa ndaweka kando. I'll remember I've given it out. Then Thomas Mosoti, I'm supporting France, but I must admit that Croatia are intimidating. Naomba LG music flow. We've given a dude the tone flow, so the music flow, Robana Sema, should go to the ladies. Pole sana, tulia hapo. David Omondi says, Belgium will not sympathize with England. I'm sure the game will finish on a high note. Help me with the Belgium jersey, please. Dennis Omondi, Belgium ya pili imeenda. I'm waiting to see where the English fans are. I cannot see any of them. Cynthia Atieno says, I'm watching my favorite show. My bet is on France all the way. I'm requesting for a DSTV ball. Sawa sawa, DSTV ball coming your way. Tumetoa hiyo. And then Caruana Mwai says, this is the last one for now. Golden ball will go to Rakitic. He has been influential. People may say Modric, but Rakitic has scored decisive goals zenye zimewafikisha where they are now. Jersey ya Croatia, please. Caruana, I would have given you. If only your name was Mwaic or Caruanaic, I would have given it to you. But this one is going to the Kipngetich Kipro teachers of this world. If they're there, let them tweet. Croatian jersey is there. Brad.
Right. So the gentleman here, of course, it's what Mike has said. Rakitic, he's saying Rakitic has been one of the standout players for Croatia. That midfield has been something else. It was when they played the first game against Nigeria, it stood out. And people realized this is the team. That midfield is something else.
I believe that Rakitic is playing best game of her life. Even the best match with Barcelona, what he played, cannot compare now what he did in this against Argentina. And I mean, he was everywhere. To be so calm, can you imagine to really be sure that you will win this penalty? He won two crucial penalties for us at the end, yeah? I mean, you really have to have very huge confidence. It comes probably with experience and with this focus.
Another key player, Lovren, plays for Liverpool. What do you think? How do you think he's been able to come up as a player? Of course, he's featured in the Champions League as well, and then he's another big tournament. I'm sure this time around he wants to go the full length and win something big.
I'm personally incredibly impressed by Lovren. He's been through so much. He was being denied the position that he actually should have on Liverpool. He was being smacked away. There was almost like a loss of trust in him. And you know that he missed the Euro Cup last time, and we definitely needed such a stopper in the back to push the game forward. He's fantastic this time around. But this just speaks to the quality of the overall team. Wherever you look, you have just fantastic players, all the way from the defense to the attack. And Lovren is definitely one of the most important players on our team.
The collective, that is the key thing. That is the key thing that has been with this Croatian team. The ability for each and every individual player in the Croatian team to play as a unit.
Yeah, well, like the same like Marco was saying, and Renato, it's of course it's coming with experience, and you know, once you put all of them together, I think then the result you can see actually on the field. Yeah,
it's just profound.
Exactly.
Okay,
yeah.
Something interesting as well as we continue the discussion of the Croatian team. You've been in Kenya for several years, and there was a lot of jokes online. People saying, I'm sure you've seen these public service vehicles called Embasava. And, and the way they look, it's a matatu. It's a PSV, public service vehicle, and it has the colors of Croatia.
Yeah.
The first time you saw it, what did you think when you came to Kenya and those colors look very familiar?
Actually, it was my boys, my sons, that pointed out that to me once. And they were like, and the first comment was like, look, Kenyans must really love us. And yeah, we were proud to see, because I mean, this checkerboard, I need to just give you a bit of a history lesson there.
The flag there.
It's a part of the emblem of the flag, but you know, there are many people saying these days that Croatia is a very young nation, like from 1991.
Yeah.
This flag was the flag of the King Tomislav, who was crowned in 925. First Duchess of Croatia were there when Croatians descended from Slavic cradle of Slavs to current Croatia in the 6th and 7th century. This flag, as is, I mean, Dino can show you, was the flag of King Tomislav in 925.
Wow. Okay.
So there is a huge history, which then fuels that patriotism that you see nowadays. And I heard, I think, a commentator on DSTV saying that this is the strongest patriotism that he has seen on the World Cup. And this is what drives us. Our history is rich and long. And that, in my opinion, it was heart, that cool head and a fiery heart that fueled the game.
Mike?
Yeah.
It's just fascinating how history has been able to urge this team on. And just before even you just interact with the players there, it was very obvious how she's been rallying the team is your president. She attended the game against Russia. She's so passionate. Of course, she has a lot of fans as well across the globe for interesting reasons, but it just shows how the entire country has come together as one to ensure that Croatia on Sunday writes history.
Yes, absolutely. First of all, it's not so typical for a country to have a woman as a president.
Yes.
Yeah? So that's interesting as itself.
Yes.
For many, for even my friends here in Kenya, they say, "Oh, we didn't know that you have a woman as a president." And what she did, actually, she did something amazing. You know, she took a regular flight. I mean, not a business class, economy class. Exactly.
Images there.
So you see, this is also one quality of our team. No matter how great they are, how successful they are still humble. They're very humble.
Humility.
Yeah? So we are a small country. We keep repeating this. We are 4 million people and something, but our heart is huge.
4 million people, Michael Kenny, but their heart is huge. For training.
Yes.
They're so confident, it's infectious.
It's crazy. The amount of people that are asking for Croatian jerseys outnumbers what people are asking for any other jersey on my tweets. When I'm just looking at them, everyone is Croatia, Croatia, Croatia now. So congratulations, you've turned many people around. They've always been asking for France and all that. Robert has been a France fan, our director. Now he says he's changed. He's now Croatia.